Yeah, well, a little bit of...
Star was made.
Yeah.
I don't have Curtis in it.
I think
Maisley's a dragon.
I think what I named this session is gonna do it justice. I've called it Diplomacy Gone Wrong, and I think that basically sets up and describes the last session to a T. It was diplomacy gone wrong.
I resent that.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's throwing shade at Laneros.
Laneros, I'm not throwing shade at Laneros. I'm saying Laneros did a good job until Alwyn called Dolaf a little bitch. And
well, he was a little bitch, so...
And then...
And he is currently proving that he is a little bitch.
Well, he's been plane shifted, but we'll get to that. The group spent the night in the camp in the gully, and in the morning war horns sounded as an army approached towards the gully, moved northward and around it, and while that happened, the army of Nadina Gravewarden lined up on the top of the gully and prepared to, well, receive a good old-fashioned cavalry charge from Dolaf's army. Some reserves held back, and some 30,000 men charged against your 10,000. Not that they're yours at all, and you had no reason really to stay, but you did try to fight. There was some crazy shenanigans. Laneros creating a fucking white dwarf in the middle of the battlefield. Elzef creating a wall of force right in front of a charging cavalry line, which fucking decimated them, as you can see on the actual battle. They're dead. Then people began fighting left, right, and centre. Maisie turned into a gold dragon. Alwyn, or both Alwyns, fly around on the invisible gold dragon, spouting flame and destroying infantrymen. Elzef sits back and kind of throws a little bit of support. Makrov fights, and Dolaf approaches. Ends up trying to fight Elzef and Makrov by himself, and then retreats after he realises he's overwhelmed. Arliaden ends up fighting as well. But during that, Elzef is struck by Arliaden's magic, and she retaliates with an 11th level Cone of Cold spell, dealing a significant amount of damage to Arliaden, and he retreats. Before we ended, Alwyn used his divine intervention and summoned forth a century of Tempest avatars who are now in the middle of the fight. Also, Tempest struck down Ileana, an enemy general, as she still lays there choking on her knees. So I had to reroll initiative for everyone. So you're in different orders, but we weren't in initiative order that much anyway. I do believe Laneros had teleported quite far away, and now was in the middle of making his way back. That's why, if you look on the map, he's about half a mile north. Wow. Each square equals 10 feet, by the way. So, well, now we're here, and the battle's, well, Dolaf has been plane shifted. Arliaden is still fighting in the middle, his hands outwards as he streams jets of magma in circles, burning men, both his and yours alike. Issa is somewhere in the fray, shouting orders. You can just hear her voice over the bedlam. But we're going to start here with the group. So Makra, to your south, there is a legion of Nerian infantry. They're all retreating while the front line wavers back and forth in a big zigzag, trying to push back the infantry that are charging into them. You have men fighting around you. There's just chaos. A horse runs by, and as you go to bring up your Cord's Thunder block to fight whoever is charging at you, you realise all that's left in the stirrup is a pair of legs as it goes running by.
Mal.
And it's your turn.
Continuing to, I guess, attack anything that's immediately close to me, but it's mainly just trying to protect Elzef, considering Olaf has now gone and done one.
Yeah, Elzef looks fine, and ahead of you, surging over craters, you do see a line of Nordrakian infantry coming this way.
I guess I'm just like readying actions and stuff ready for when they come to start some swingings.
Alright, so as you stand there looking, they look like they're like passing, this infantry here is passing round to flank the hoplites that you're basically standing with.
Is that how it's pronounced? Hoplites?
I do believe so.
I thought it was hoplites. I thought you skipped that though.
Oh, maybe. Maybe I was wrong.
Hoplites. I imagine there's not much I can do to stop us flanking, but I guess I'm just trying to position soldiers best I can. Maybe let Elf be aware that it's happening as well. Or he's not got that much in the way of experience in commanding large forces of infantry, at least anyway. He's used to being a part of them, but he's trying his best not to be here at this moment in time. He's just more preoccupied of keeping everyone else safe.
Alright, and yes, Adrian, you were right, it's Hoplite.
I've won!
You have.
I've destroyed English!
I mean,
Alright.
it's Greek, really, so...
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Oh no, the Greek are famously easy to destroy.
What about the
Okay.
rest? What about the rest of you? So we go with Maisie and Orwin on top of the dragon. Well, Orwin on top of Maisie. That sounds so weird. Seems your sister's brother.
And also the IRL connotations freak me out as well. Well,
Yeah, I feel like... No, I do think Rocket would be on top.
Can we stop?
really,
Lots
really
of
just
chain
fuck now.
lightning. Let's go with that.
Your
Also,
chain lightning.
like, Tocket is a really good ship name. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you can get fucked.
You can also get fucked. I haven't, for some reason I haven't got my character sheet in. My dragony one.
Yeah, you do. Double click it.
Oh yeah, what a dickhead.
Dickhead me.
Doesn't.
Right, I'll re-roll my breath weapon. Which is a d6, right?
Yep.
Naughty.
Alright, so where are you flying? What part of the battlefield are you both over?
So last night I was strafing infantry, so probably, I don't know, I'm just going to say I'll be above, I should imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, breaking the front lines so that our guys have some respite.
Attacking front lines, swooping if I can. I don't know if that's a thing that you'll allow.
Yeah, well, you're invisible. You can roll like your both claws if you want.
What, is it in a multi-attack or just
Yeah,
in a...
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah?
You'll just be doing damage to the massive troops, so anything you do is just like... Same as Mike's chain lightning. Just gonna be...
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember to account for that bouncing to other people, Liam.
I did.
I imagine he's just going to do it so it like bounces through fucking everyone almost.
And also...
Yeah, you can't use frightful presence, I'm afraid.
Can I not?
Well, you're invisible. What are they
Oh, yeah,
frightened of?
No, I don't think we are. Or we haven't been for a while because I think I dropped concentration for something else.
Oh, really?
Although saying that, actually, no. I think it was second Orwin that did the hard light cannon, so maybe I do still.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm pretty sure you were invisible
Yeah.
still.
Yes, potentially correct.
Give me a second.
I mean,
Right.
one could argue that fire coming out of random places in the sky is equally frightening, but
Fire and lightning raining from the heavens is
and
probably
orbital
quite a
craft
fearsom
would probably
sight.
do it
it
more.
does say aware of it, not see it, so yeah.
We have dropped, like, what, 3 meteor swarms on them?
All you can hear is just wing beats and just not where it's coming from.
Yeah, well...
I'm just imagine an infantry, like I'm quite frightened because I'm mildly aware there's a dragon around somewhere.
Well, okay. So what happens is most of those units that you swoop down, lightning sprays forth from like just this invisible force above, like a cloud, like a thunderous cloud, and then suddenly troops are lifted up and thrown. Like you just go straight through the middle of them, Maisie, taking out lines of them. And as you fly back up, they just go flying, and Wilhelm screams just echo across the battlefield.
Yeah, that's a certain.
Beautiful.
Bitching.
Alright, so there's those. What about the other Allwyn?
That was both of them. I don't know if you
Oh,
saw those
fuck!
two
No,
shots.
yeah, no, shit, yeah, thank you. There you go.
Sorry.
No, nice. Alright, and what about Elsef?
My Elsef just fought 2 of their generals. She blew all her big spells. I feel like she's done her stuff. Is there any, like, straggling, stranded soldiers around?
Not current. You're quite far away. The only soldiers you've got near you are the retreating hoplites that are meant to be fighting.
Alright, Elsif is just chilling. She's done her part.
Alright, and Neros, are you continuing to move?
Yeah, it'll be a while before there's any real actions, unless my situation changes. But yeah, I'm kind of going to move in that sort of direction.
Alright, just keep moving your token.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll take the actions of the infantry. Okay, so the conscripts begin to line up. This Nordrakian infantry charges forward and smashes into this hoplite. And this one obviously affected, but pushing back. This one begins to try to retreat. Same here. They just run screaming down the gully, like some of them abandoning their shields and their spears. This one begins moving around to flank. Makra, the first lines of men begin to charge at you. You begin to see their grizzled beards, their stained teeth, their axes held high, their shields glinting with the paint.
You know he's going to break out one of these bad boys. I think it's the first time he's used it. Whadoosh.
Yeah, and as the men begin charging forward, the first line, you just bring your hand up and the crystals appear at the ground and then pass forward, shooting out and erupting at a diagonal direction, piercing and stabbing into a line of troops, and then the rest will just seem to pass around you.
Yeah, it's kind of the idea. It's kind of just to part the forces. It's almost like setting up immediate or the spikes of wood sticking out the ground. They've got a proper name, haven't they?
Palisade?
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, I thought that was the word. But yeah, it's just like setting up temporary palisades made out of crystal.
Uh-huh. Right, so as these move in, you see that the Tempest sentry pushes back. And as they form a line, or when you see the troops that you had summoned begin their shields, their spears, and they push forward, and as they do, they gain a momentum that stone soldiers shouldn't have. And immediately, they're just crushing troops. They literally kill maybe 1,000 in this charge, just charging forward, piercing. And as they seem to lose their spears, white flashes appear in their hand as Tempest summons forth more spears for them.
Good old Tempest.
Just having a blast.
Yeah. The army seems to be retreating down the gully now. The only ones left are the ones near Makra. Alright, so... And, oh wait, I forgot. Ollie Aiden.
Oh, that's okay.
No. Seeing...
Oh, are they the enemy, the small ones?
I thought he was
Yeah.
leaving.
I
Yeah.
thought it was the other way around. I see.
So that's Ollie Aiden. What did you think the big ones were?
Them.
Yeah, so this
So
is...
the Nordrock is the enemy.
Yeah.
You can read the token names, right?
And we're
No.
Nirian, right?
Yeah.
No, there's no names for me. Unless it's...
Oh.
Oh no, maybe it's fucking tiny. Like I'm zoomed out to see the whole thing. I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh,
even
yeah.
know there was a name on there. Like it doesn't even register. There's a name there.
So the gist is, our army's fucking off. Theirs is big.
Yeah.
Okay. Good gist.
Yeah, so Ollie Aiden, poof, magma bursts out of his feet as he shoots up into the air. As he's up here, you hear him scream over the battlefield, "I know you're out there!" And he throws a random magma blast in the direction of Maisie. And it misses, it just goes wide, and then sprays down into his own troops, and you hear loads of screams from below. Oh, to be fair, I can't even see.
Crazy son of a bitch.
There you are. Right.
I know, right?
What's
Somebody
everyone...
He'd fallen off that cliff.
I know, don't I? If only.
If only had never found Mother.
Yep.
Right. What's everyone doing? We'll start with Orwin and Maisie if you want.
Yeah.
More lightning, followed, preceded by con saves and then lightning.
Who are you lightninging troops again?
Yeah, just general fuckery of the troop.
Because I mean, she'll ask you. Should we go for him?
I don't know. What I remember from 2 weeks ago, we desperately looked and couldn't see him despite trying a lot.
But now he's come for us, Magma.
Oh, right.
What personality was I? I can't even remember. Oh well, I'm a dragon now. Who gives a shit? Dragon lady.
You are a dragon.
Okay, yeah, strafing some troops. Let's go. Ignores him. Goes for this slot. He's the chain lightning. I'm gonna bite claw.
Bite claw.
Are you
Look
going?
at that bite.
Are you going for Ollie Aiden?
No, we went for more infantry.
Oh, well, okay, fair enough.
Oh no! Oh, that's a shame because I remember now that I was Arlie Aiden and that was a scene I'd like to see. But we'll come back to that later.
Yeah, so you swoop in and then suddenly lightning from your back. This army that's charging Macro, the back end of it, the rear, is just decimated. As it's passing towards Macro, they're just losing troops from behind. Laneros still moving?
Yep, that's all.
Hey, these are definitely moving around the white hole. Or white dwarf.
White hole.
The white hole.
The white hole.
So, Macro.
Right, so I reckon it's probably time I start making my way more towards Alzaf. Time retreat, you reckon?
Yeah, this has sort of stopped being fun the second the two insane people charged at me.
Yeah, it was a bit of a pain in the dick. Right, let's start slowly making our way that way, and she'll like nod to the other side of the gorge.
I kind of want to see if we can capture at least some idiot and ask him where the hell they're going.
Macro just tries to find the next Nordrak infantry that's brave enough to come and attack him. He'll just kind of like break his weapon, grab him, knock him out, throw him over his shoulder, and bring him with us.
Alright, make a athletics check. Right, so the first guy that actually does come to you, he charges forward with what looks like a staff in his hand, like a big gnarled block of wood. And as you go to grab him, he dodges underneath, cracks you on the side of us, like gently, oof, and then he swings underneath and ducks out of the way. Fuck. And then that's it. He manages to not get grappled.
Well, I'll go for someone who looks less fucking cunning next time, but I'm just slowly retreating. If anyone gets too close, I'll try to take a captive.
Well, this guy's not giving up. He's going to try to whack you.
Well, I'll just murder him eventually. Then I imagine. I can't imagine they've got many.
Yeah,
Just do non-lethal damage, Curtis.
I guess I could do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he does swing for you and hits you with the block of wood. But now that you're not surprised by it, it doesn't seem to hurt. It's like when anyone in a film just gets hit, like anyone muscular gets hit with like a snooker cue and it just snaps over you. And he stands there and he looks at it and then he just begins to try to wrestle you.
Yeah, I guess at that point he's pissed me off, so I get some like extra unarmored damage, don't I, because of my crystal titan wrap, so I guess I'm just like crystal punching him, but not lethal.
Yeah, blood's just out of his mouth as you punch him.
Yeah.
You capturing him.
Knuckling brass knuckling him, I guess, but with some crystals, and then try and capture him.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you wrap your hands around his waist, drag him to the ground, driving the wind out of him, and begin giving the crystal punch. Eventually, he does just stop moving.
Sweet. Pick him up through his shoulder, start making my way out with Alsef.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a wall of fire behind us, right in front of these guys here.
Alright, cool.
And then Elsif just slowly walks away while her cannons shoot everyone who comes up behind her.
Yeah, a bunch of people getting shot in the torso, and you know the way that when people are running full pelt and they hit in the torso, they do that bike spin as if they're going over the handlebars, but the other way round, they're all doing that, being shot by them.
It's like being clotheslined in wrestling.
Okay, so Arlie Aiden does stat like up in the air, fire now bursting from him, becoming very obvious now, Rocket, to see now that he's up in the air. He does attempt to like look around and flings a magma blast towards Maisie. Oh, Maisie, can you roll a con save?
Oh, shitballs.
Maybe rolling as the dragon.
Oh, nice. 25. Naughty.
Yeah, so the magma blast hits your scales, and as you turn, luckily you are resistant to fire, I believe, right? Where is your character?
Golden Dragon, I think he specifically said, so he will be.
Yeah, so yeah, and it glances off your scales, and that would have hurt, but thankfully. Oh no, you're completely immune, yeah, so it just like rebounds off your scales.
Yeah, do fucking dragons live in volcanoes and shit, like?
Oh, gold dragons, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep, and then he begins soaring this way. And Elzev can definitely see him above fire, kind of highlighted by it, as if he's walking or flying above it.
Elsif checks her gadgets and is like, oh, still got this resilient sphere, I'm good. And doesn't glance at him further.
Right, they begin moving down here. They're moving away. Fuck that.
There's got to be a way we can get most of these numbers out safely. Like, there should be a way to slow these down enough so we can get most of our guys out. Because the map's accurate now, most of them have managed to get through to the other side of the gorge then. Well, to the bottom of the gorge, you can say.
They're like right in the middle of the gorge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're basically running back through their camp, which you can see.
Was it a full-on just away without official leave, or was it like an actual ordered for retreat?
It doesn't look like it was ordered. Issa is still Issa is still up there attempting to fight alongside the men near you, Macro.
Morale broke, fleeing away from battle.
Yeah, it looks like the moment the army kind of like hit them, they lost morale.
Pussies.
Pussies.
Alright, new round. Anything else from everyone?
I reckon we could have done that as well. No, still heading out with Elsef.
Yeah, Elsif has no real intention to continue this fight. She has blown all her army scale offenses.
And Macro never had any to begin with.
So Elsif is just like walking away from the battle in a direction that they're not going since they're charging the fleeing army, right? So
Okay.
just walk away.
Right. Maisie and Owen.
Could you see Arlene?
Yeah.
Oh please, Arlene, let's go get him, please.
Like, I'm literally flying on you. I can't really choose this.
I know, but consent is 9/10 of the law. Let's turn around. Maisie goes after Arlene.
Nice, so you begin swooping towards Arlie Aiden.
I'll do a
Okay.
heightened one of those.
Oh, I better roll me breath. As if I can hit him with one of them. Oh no, that's not a good idea.
Oh, Rocket, look at it. Read it and weep.
Well, it's heightened, so that's a 9.
Oh,
naughty.
a moment. Yeah, so as you go to hold him, you see him in the middle of air, the magma sputter as it's dripping all down his own troops, and he turns in midair and he says, "There you are!" And you see a smile frozen on his face as he then begins to slowly, it's kind of slow motion, turn in midair, shoulder down, and begin to kind of like fall in an arc towards the wall of fire that Elsef has created.
Maisie's going to try and bite him. I'm going to fucking eat you!
Oh!
Yeah, that comes from the other Orwin.
Oh, shit!
Con save. Oh, yeah, con save's fine.
Mad. Oh, that's all here. Holy shit.
Alright, this is going to go a little bit... Alright, let me describe what happens here. So, as you go down, and you bite him from midair and throw him upwards to get him with your claws, Orwin, you take the opportunity to fire the disintegrate ray, and it goes straight through his side and out the other end. And as he spins, the claw rakes across his flesh, and then the other bats him. And he goes end over end, and hits the ground at an awkward angle. You see his arm bent, his legs bent at an awkward angle, and his head kind of twisted round.
But is he dead? How the fuck do we get over there to get his magical shit?
But when he hits the ground, there's a feeling, especially Orwin and Laneros feel it. It's something that you've only felt once before. A rippling of extreme power coming from where he landed. You felt it when you were in the world of ruin. When Balan was approaching. That sense that the weave didn't no longer obey you, was no longer controlled by you, but something else nearby. That every power nearby bent its will towards that. And as you peer down towards it, all of you feel it as it washes over the rest of you that aren't that arcade persuaded. And yeah, but Laneros and Orwin more. Then I'd go for probably Elzef, and then Maisie and you. And you all see his body twist and turn and begin to disintegrate away, leaving something below, a hooded figure that begins to stand up. Around you, the battlefield begins to freeze, as if time begins to slow.
It was me, Chester Decker, all along.
And there, standing, is a blue-skinned, white-eyed, hooded figure. He has a staff in one hand, and a hand of what looks like pure ice in the left, completely opposite to what looked like fiery kind of fire soul. And at that moment, you all feel a kind of sensation come over you. Like as if you're being invited. As if you're being... like the same thing that you get from banishment spells. Those of you who want to can resist it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Elsef lets the void sword aside. She's like, this seems like soul stuff. That's his domain.
This does seem like soul stuff, yeah.
So Elsef's the void soul. Good or bad?
You hear nothing. And as you look behind, you see the tentacles, like normally undulate, are all frozen.
Ah. No, Elsef doesn't resist. Elsef is curious.
Oh, fuck, okay. Oof! Elva disappears. Elzef disappears.
Yeah, so what do we do to resist this? Can I roll all of the save, please?
Oh, it's a charisma save.
Oh,
I mean, let's face this here. Elsef would not have made the charisma save. Let's not kid ourselves.
I'm gonna let Simulacrum or win go.
What a smart idea.
Yeah, that was quite clever.
Alright.
I assume this is a magical effect, so it's 25 for me.
Yeah, Macro's gonna save, I reckon. He's gonna try and save anyway.
What would really suck, though, is if Maisie disappears and Olwyn saves. And lets that fly.
Yeah, that's fine. I got Featherfall.
Okay,
And
that's right.
fly.
Oh, that's absolutely pathetic. Well done, Macro.
Which one's all win?
Otherwise, you're going to learn the
With the way the
spell
rolls have gone, maybe I should have just gone with everyone else other than Neros.
didn't think +4 was going to help me there, boys.
No, it was DC 24.
No.
Oh, what?
What do you mean? Oh, what? Did you think this like effect described as everything stopping at a DC of 12?
Yeah, it's obviously a level 2 spell.
And Laneros, you feel the sense of being plane shifted. You've done plane shifting. You are the planar ambassador. You feel it. You're being plane shifted. So you can resist it. Oh wait, you got a 7.
No, I got a 25. I have advantage.
Oh yes, okay. So you've resisted it. You can actually choose to go, but you're staying.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Fuck that.
One moment.
This was just
I mean, I assume before we get into it, this isn't a spell. This is just kind of like a spell-like effect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I don't know if you even remember the lore from Void Heart, but Arlie Aiden had a friend.
not a character played by Todd had a friend.
Yeah, I was
Did.
gonna say, did he?
He did.
Oh, shit! Oh!
You
shit.
talk about the woman. I can't remember her name.
Ileana, you killed her already.
Oh, okay. I don't remember him having a friend then.
He had a... He owes him a favour as well. If
Right.
He's the person I'm thinking of.
Those of you that do appear in a starlit, cloudy realm, and ahead of you, you see the figure you had seen on the battlefield. And surrounding him are 4 floating spiritual axes. I need initiative from you all.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I thought this was going to be a good thing.
Wow.
I wish I hadn't just used everything.
And obviously, I can have initiative from Normal Orwin and Laneros if you want in the other realm.
Did my 2 death machines come with me?
They could have, yes.
I'm going to try and stay out of the battle, basically.
Yeah, but you can still do stuff in the other place if you really want.
No, I'm going to try and stay out of the battle in the other place.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
For E, is just consider that Orwin is continuing, but he's just cantripping. So
Okay.
he's just flinging firebolts everywhere or something, just to thin the herd.
All right,
Just to make life easier.
ahead of you, you see this figure.
This is so random.
Ay.
Yeah, well, let's just say Arlie Aiden had a friend in a god.
I feel like we've unlocked the secret Dark Souls boss fight.
This does look like the kind of friend I would expect from Arlene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Is this
Orwin.
the guy? Just
That or a turkey.
the guy that he met outside the tower?
Yeah, it's the avatar of
Hey,
Loki.
I knew it. He's an asshole. Even to Arlie Aiden, he was an asshole, and I think Arlie Aiden was an asshole to him too. So the cycle of assholes is complete.
Well, it is Orwin's go.
My 2 death machines, please, Liam. Plonk them down.
Well. What do? Guess heightened hold monster seems like a good start.
Yeah, shit.
How many does that cost?
Right, as you cast the spell towards him, he brings his hand up, and then you see his eyes struggle, like he tries to resist it, and then uses a legendary resistance.
What a prick.
Okay.
What the avatar of a god has legendary resistances? Bullshit.
Like, I don't know, in my lore, Loki was pretty much killed and defeated. So, we went through that in Void Heart. I mean, that's why he gave Arlie Aiden his fucking blessing in the first place. Elzef.
Elsef shoots a man with 2 death machines. And then she steps a bit back and hits Makra with the good old haste.
Cool.
Good old haste.
And first the ballistas, 1, 2.
Wait a minute. That is a single hit.
I mean, I didn't think the 16 was gonna hit the Avatar of a God.
I think you're really It's like, sorry, you're like really thinking Loki in my universe is actually quite powerful.
So he's not.
No.
No, he has a DC of 12.
Not that bad. However, the spiritual axes all surge towards Orwin.
That's rude.
I don't think Owen likes axes. He has plus 2 ACs next to a death machine.
Which gives him 20.
I'm not even sure that it does. Because I think he's got leftover remnants from my character. I think he's 16. 16 is the AC.
Yeah, I wouldn't make a difference.
Plus the 2 is 18.
Yeah. Alright, so the Avatar himself, floating like a few feet off of the ground, moves over towards the dragon, immediately blasts a cone of cold out.
That's useful.
Was that all the damage that I took?
Yeah.
That seems low. Okay, good.
Right, can the dragon make a con save, please?
Yep. The dragon can.
That wasn't meant to happen.
No, that's fine. You can do 330
Yeah, so you take a half damage from this as the cone of cold bursts out. Macro?
Oh, you want one from me as well?
No, I want you to take your 10.
Oh, cool. I've not got the initiative up, that's the issue. I imagine movements as normal anyway, even though we are currently floating on the astral plane. Cool. 1, 2... I can go through it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then he will put a... Oh no, I've got haste. I don't know why I was even counting them out. I will echo a token next to him. Look at that. He was on the ball of that. Beautiful. And then I'm hasted, so I get 3 attacks, do we reckon? Am I still raging, or will I not be?
If you were raging previously, then yes.
Cool, I'm still raging then. Then let's Radiant Kopesh this bastard to death. A 1, and all recklessly, of course.
Are you sure you want to use the Kopish? Don't you want to use any shittier weapon you have, Curtis, like a small hammer or something?
The Kopesh is good. What's up with the Kopesh? Oh, fucked up the Kopesh somehow. Alright, okay, never mind. Why is it asking me to use usability?
Oh, what is going on?
I don't know what's happened here. Did I turn that into a magic item as well? Has that fucked it? Yes, I did. Let me untick that. It's not letting me untick. Did you do that, Liam, by chance?
No, let me fucking do it myself.
Yeah, you untick it for me, my friend.
It is unticked.
Sweet. So, of 1, 2, 3. So that's a... The third one roll? No, it doesn't.
Fuck's sake. Sorry. For some reason I'd put like, I don't know how, but there was like 300 in its temporary box for no reason. I don't know why that was in there. That's what I was trying to get rid of previously, Rocket. That's why it looked like he took 300 damage.
So 30 for 18, 29 for 16, 29 for 9, 21 for 9, sorry.
Yep. 3 good hits. And as you attack him, like, as you're cutting straight through, you notice something strange. As you cut through, you feel like, you don't take any damage from it, but there's like cold. There's no blood. And as you cut through, there's like coldness coming out from its, like, essence.
Essence of coldness is the essence of attractiveness.
Liam, do you mind if I take a couple minutes?
No, that's fine.
Right, yeah, there's nothing else I can do because I've already used my bonus action. And yeah, that's my turn. Done that.
Right. At the end of your turn, it brings its hand up, and a spiritual axe appears, and it turns around and strikes at you, Macro.
At my echo or at me?
No, just moves around.
Oh, okay, cool.
Roll a 30 to hit.
Yeah, that is a hit indeed.
That was radiant and cold damage, so no, not halved.
That's a nuisance.
Alright, Gold Dragon. Maisie.
Titties. Just roll my breath off him. Is it a 5+, yeah?
Yeah.
Did the dragon not get an attack of opportunity? Because once you're next to the dragon.
Yeah, I guess it would have.
Oh. Can I tail him that time?
Yeah, if you've got tail. I thought tail was a legendary action. But no, yeah, that hits.
Oh, is it? It might...
No,
says
it's
one
fine.
action.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll let...
Good. I'll then...
Is tail got a bonus thing like it can knock prone or something, or
No,
does it just do
it
more
doesn't.
damage?
No.
I'll sweep into a position where I can not hit Macro, and then I'll breath him.
Alright.
Fiery breath, which it won't let me use again for some reason. But I think I can fix that now. If I do that,
Yeah.
and then
There you go.
there we go.
Oh
Alright,
my god, Todd actually fixed his own character.
Yeah. He passes the saving throw.
That's
What a
worth a
prick.
level up if ever I've said it.
Alright, at the end of your turn. Once again, turns
You
round with that spiritual axe and strikes Macro. Anything you want to do?
Nothing I can do, my friend.
Oh,
Well, I could technically arcane deflect him if 2+2 AC is going to help.
you can try it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
No,
That
it
gives me
doesn't.
24 AC.
Doesn't do anything.
We'll get them on him.
Alright, Owen.
Yeah, I guess we'll just keep it up, burn some more resistances. Do another heightened one of those.
Fuck, you figured out Harley Aiden's worst stat. Wisdom! Yeah, no, he uses a legendary resistance.
Cool. 2 more turns to go.
Do you actually have spell sorcery points left on this thing?
Yeah,
Nice.
I've got an insane amount of sorcery points.
So turns around and swipes towards you again, Macro, with the Celestial Axe, and you manage to parry it this time.
Beautiful.
Elzef, your turn.
Moves one death machine over here, so both Macras get the plus AC. Fireballs the avatar for
Hits.
a good amount of damage. And then Force Ballistus the avatar twice.
2 good hits.
That's my turn.
Alright. At the end of your turn, he turns to the group, not Macro, and begins casting a spell. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
Yes.
Yes.
I can't believe he's
Yes, there
excluding
is.
Macra like that.
And
Is there weave ripping about?
Yes, there is.
Fuck it. Do we just go the whole hog?
ooh.
Let's make a save. Oh my god, I'm not gonna have any sorcery points after that.
What did you do?
Well, I could just let him die, or I could spend literally the majority of my sorcery points to pass that. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna spend 13 sorcery points to pass. I'll cast a 9th level counterspell.
Fuck, and that's all of your spell points and sorcery points. What?
Not spell points, a lot of them, but most of my sorcery points. I've got 2 sorcery points left.
Well, it's good that you cast it at 9th level, because it was a 9th level spell.
Yeah, he is
I thought he
also
asked
up to
if it
4
was
points of exhaustion as well now.
Oh shit! So as he turns around and begins casting this illusion spell, you see this weird face underneath the astral plane begin appearing, and then you turn down, cast one spell down towards it, grapple with that illusion, and then pass the other into Loki's hands as he's casting the somatic opponents, and then twist like a motion which snaps his fingers and breaks the weird spell.
Interesting.
He begins to move away from you, Macra.
Maisie, you got any magic that can heal? And then I'll smack him as he walks away. 31.
Oh yes, let me just check my scaly pockets.
Macra, it's your turn.
Macra will move up here, I guess. And then Blinky's... Oh no, he's not going to move that close to him. He's going to at least get an attack of opportunity if he moves away again. Yeah, that is fine. I am still hasted, so I can attack him 3 times again. Is there anything else I want to do? There's nothing else I can do. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I'll just attack him 3 times. 1, 2, 3. That's 29, 29, 31.
You attack 4 times, by the way.
4?
Yeah, you clicked it 4 times, Curtis.
Oh no, the first one was me attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's very true.
Oh shit, Liam and I are the fools.
Holy shit!
To think this guy what's called.
Well, funny enough, it doesn't matter because he rolled 2 16s, so it all adds up. Anyway, after your turn, Macra, I'm assuming it's the end of your turn, he begins casting a spell.
Can someone do something about that? Will we not bother him?
Well, I've already used my reaction, so no.
I don't get counterspell.
Then everyone roll a wisdom saving throw.
That's an issue.
I feel like Todd could have, but he did not.
Elsif uses a reaction for the Amulet of the Sentinel, gives... how many charges do I have? Oh, I only have 2 charges. Elsif gives a self-advantage.
Does the Golden Dragon have counterspell by chance?
No.
No.
Does Maisie have counterspell? Because she can
Maisie
still
does.
using the dragon. Maisie can use counterspell as a dragon.
No, what is in? So Maisie can still use counterspell as herself as a dragon.
Yeah,
No, you
dragons
can't.
have spell casting ability, so they can
She
still cast spell.
can't. Look, Kurt, she cannot use any of Maisie's abilities. She is a gold dragon.
She's good.
Right, okay.
And Gold Dragon spellcasting doesn't include counterspell, I don't think.
That's an issue.
Right, so yeah, everyone make a wisdom. Oh, Elsif is the only one that passed by the looks of it. Yep.
We'll say the first one was the echo.
No, we won't. So, Elsif, you watch as the rest of your party look up towards a shifting pattern. He begins weaving above, and they all just their arms go wide, limp, and they just look up at the pattern. Except you shake away. The rest of you are charmed, and while charmed, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. The spell ends if the affected creature takes damage.
Hang on, did you want a wisdom from me as well?
Yeah, yes.
Sorry.
You fail as well?
No.
No, we don't go for that.
You said that I didn't have legendary actions, but I did have legendary resistances. Like
That is very true. Alright,
so
so
guess that, Liam, I've got 80 more of those where I come from.
that's totally fine. You've probably only got
18
one.
more. You got like 2, right? Or 3?
Oh no, I thought in Liam's games that gold dragons have 80 legendary resistances.
Oh, that is true. All of Liam's characters have 80 legendary resistances.
Right, Macro, did you use Arcane Deflection?
Yeah, but it'll only apply on the first one, so I don't think it'll help.
No, it doesn't help. Alright, so at the end of Macro's turn, it's actually the dragon's turn, which gets a turn.
The dragon's turn.
Yes, Todd, it's your turn.
What? Right, the dragon's going to roll breath weapon first, because that might change my mind.
Shit.
Aye. Okay. What do you reckon? Archmage to do some more damage, bit of time stop?
Oh, yeah, once you polymorph takes an action, right?
Yeah. But there isn't much... Nah, fuck it, I'm going to stay as a dragon. Right, I'm going to claw him.
Okay.
And bite him. Bite. Claw.
3 good hits.
And I'll end my turn. I'm really sorry, Liam. I don't know how to get rid of that cone.
So you click the measuring tool,
Oh, yeah.
And then you can click on it and then press delete.
Generally, players can't.
Oh, really? Okay, there you go.
Sorry.
Right, at the end of the end of Maisie's turn, it begins casting a spell. Oh yeah, and Elzef. Let me have a look at this spell.
He tells me he has always admired my work, and he would like a sword made. No? That a no on the sword?
No, that's a no on the sword. However, something seizes your chest, and the world goes black.
See, do I not get a save?
No.
Did he fucking finger of death me?
Yeah, power word kill.
Fucking asshole, that is.
Owen.
I'm just thinking if I have.
Oh wait, have you got the shadow still?
No, that's on cooldown. It has 7 days cooldown. Do I have anything else? I don't think I do. I think you've actually like killed Elsef. I think this is the only legitimate way you could have killed Elsef.
Anything?
No, I'm thinking. Just continue onwards.
Alright, Owen, you are charmed and incapacitated.
Do I get a save or anything at the end?
Spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake it from its stupor. So, no. It lasts for 1 minute. At the end of your turn, it will turn and strike Macro's Echo. He's usually the only one near. Killing it. Its turn, it turns. Begins casting a spell towards the gold dragon.
Well, since Elsef is dead, wouldn't the Void Soul go to someone else now?
That's very true, but not yet. It would take a second. Like, oh wait, it is the start of your turn, isn't it? We'll deal with that in a minute. I didn't think of that. What was I saying? Oh yeah, can the dragon make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Con save. Yes, it can. Saving throw. Oh shit.
Alright,
Did I fail, Liam?
yes, you fail and take a total of 32 cold damage as a cone of cold bursts forth.
Ouch.
Macro. Charmed?
Croc can't do anything, can he?
No.
Shall continue doing nothing.
Gold dragon.
You remember if he attacks anyone? Oh no, I don't think it matters anymore. Never mind.
Todd, it's your go.
Naughty.
Right, you can shake people out of their stupors for an action, or you can. I imagine he's concentrating on this spell.
Looks like it.
Ooh. Is he? Okay. So, do I shake people out of supers, or do I blast him with my breath?
If you've got the breath, probably that. You get two others up then.
Am I gonna? No, I can't. Actually, I can probably cone through the middle there. Actually, thinking about it. Yep, I'll smash him one. Let me just reset it on my sheet because I can do that now. That is a skill I have acquired. Oh!
That's
Well,
some good damage. That's a hard con save.
Sorry. I didn't mean to put that down.
No,
I meant
it's
to delete
fine.
it, but I accidentally left it.
When you go to put it down, Todd, you can just right click to cancel it.
Yeah, that's what I meant to do. Sorry.
Right, so, Maisie, you burst forth with fire, and as it hits him, he falls to one knee, and a smile crosses his lips, and he bursts into snow.
Oh, like a snow globe.
Oh,
No, yeah, like a snow globe. Yes, keep
like a snow globe.
And there's a moment where you all feel a siphoning, sucking sensation, and then the battle begins to rage on around you once more. Liros, you had like 3 rounds of 4 rounds, if you wanted to do anything in those 4 rounds. Run, okay. Right, so what are you all doing? As you appear, the battle seems to have moved forward slightly into the gully. You are surrounded by corpses.
Orwin grabs, or the simulacrum of Orwin grabs the resurrection scroll that can't even remember your bloody name. Elseth should be carrying and cast it.
I don't have a resurrection scroll.
Well, I don't remember you using it, and I bought one for everyone before the.
Well, in that case, I have one.
Did you?
What's the thing called?
The Mistress Arena. Yeah.
We literally went on a mission right before going in there to buy everyone a resurrection scroll, just to make sure that we. When I say resurrection, I mean revivify.
Well, if I got a Revivify scroll as well, then I shall add that to my character sheet.
Everyone should have one.
Alright, yeah, so as you could walk over to her though, Orwin, you notice that her eyes are open and black, and there is this smoggy smoke pouring from her body.
Okay.
Maybe best to let that leave her before we bring her back, eh?
I don't really have much time, you know, so how long's it going to take?
Leave it as long as you can.
Are you going to leave the Void Soul to leave her, or are you going to cast Revivify now? Because you've got like...
just cast it. She seems fine with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elseth, are you going to fight to keep the Void Soul as you wake up?
No, I think we have a good repertoire. I feel like Elsef is pretty much already as corrupted as you can be, so there's no corrupting that can happen.
Yeah, so as you open your eyes, suddenly awake and alive, you hear, fuck.
Oh, you know everyone other than me would be worse.
Very true. And Laniros, I'm assuming you'd catch up around about now, meeting the group.
Owen, you continue to be the least terrible of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've gotten to about there in this time.
I'm going to say that everyone can kind of see you running across that battlefield. There's no corpses over there, but where they are standing is kind of like, you know, sporadically spotted with corpses. That's not the same.
Yeah, I'm also trying to obviously not be too much of a standout, so once I see them, I'll start approaching.
Right, yeah, and I'm gonna put all the troops where they would be currently.
Laniros, I died. Is it time to teleport out yet?
Perhaps. What happened to you?
An avatar of a god told me to die, and then I died.
It's not even the avatar.
Strangely accurate.
It was the simulacrum of an avatar.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get the specific.
Well, if you guys want to get out of here, I guess we can.
Malsov doesn't even know that. She was dead when it fell into snow. Can't even call me out for that.
Oh fuck, I was on 3 to my character sheet. That was not correct.
Macra, make sure you have that unconscious dude.
Yeah.
Alright, and the plan here?
Get the fuck out, I imagine.
We're doing turns or...
No, well, without the initiative order. So, like I said, to the south, the battle is continuing, and around you is just corpses.
Is Ali Aiden's corpse still lying somewhere?
No. It disintegrated away.
Oh.
Alright. Simulacrum Olwyn then is going to suicide himself, I think.
Okay.
Are there other magic items that were on Ali Aiden still there?
No, it looked like... It looked like whatever was wearing his flesh was like an illusion.
Oh, goddammit. This fucker.
Stitched.
That's why I was asking you to make saving throws when you were hit with a magma bolt. Rather than just hitting you with it.
We can peace out now. All the generals are dead.
I don't think all the generals are dead.
I feel like this fight's going to happen one way or another, so we might as well finish it.
Yeah, we still got a dragon. Maybe we'll just watch them. Maybe do some
There's
more.
more people there.
Yeah, to the west.
To cover their retreat.
Yeah, to the west, like I said, there's a line of a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Maka, I admire your
That line will always be
self-confidence,
there.
but you're just a dude.
Oh yeah, I was definitely just standing and watching. Definitely wasn't taking part.
And if the bet's on Macy killing an entire army, maybe we should just leave. No offense, Macy. Oh, actually, I meant that as an offense.
Macy's grazing like a cow. Go back.
Yeah, Simulacrum Orin will kill himself through exhaustion and wish for the party to regain all hit points.
Nice.
How many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I
And
don't
then
need it.
six random bystanders. If Otterly doesn't need any, 7 random bystanders that are on our side can also be fully healed.
You don't have any vision of them,
Randomers in
really.
the army, I love that.
Yeah, annoyingly. They're down in the gully, about 200 feet away.
Well, as long as I can see them, I don't need to be able to make out the whites of their eyes. I just need to see them.
But you're fully healing us?
Yeah,
Oh, with Wish or...
with wish. Yeah.
Man, Wish, what a spell.
17th
Yeah, it's pretty
level!
useful. And then, yeah, Simulacrum Orin also bursts into snow because exhaustion is a thing.
That's why I burst into snow. Right. I thought that was just his ice-related thing.
No, that's why he was weak. Jesus.
Weak as pish.
Get with the program.
Yes! I love you, Curtis.
I thought the dragon was doing super
I even said it out loud.
Oh no, I knew he was a simulacrum, but then I forgot that they burst into snow. Like, I should have done that. And he was, yeah, I recognised he was a simulacrum after you said it.
Man. How much intelligence has Macro got? Man, you are role-playing very well.
Macro's quite smart. Just I'm not.
Brilliant.
We're getting the fuck out of here, or what are we doing?
I say we fight, but, you know, we're going to have to fight these one way or another at some point. We might as well do it while we still got an army here.
Well, let's try to take out this front line here, and let's see if we can get most of these who are on our side to, like, away safely for the most part. Let's see if we can, like, hold them off long enough. Maisie, Scorched Earth tactics sound good to you, yeah? Cool. Macro's going to go in with some Thord's Cord's Thundercock.
For fuck's sake.
And lightning bolt some bitches.
I have made a
He's
monster.
got chain lightning some bitches actually. How many charges has he got on this fucker?
So you...
Ooh,
So,
20 charges, so he
Wait.
can blow up 2 of them.
am I under the belief that you guys are going to actually attack the army and stay and fight?
Oh no, I'm not.
Oh no, Elsif has no intention. Elsif is actually like looking around where her chair table was to just watch Makra kill himself.
It's crushed.
Yeah, there was basically no group consensus, so...
Yeah.
Okay, so
Maisie, come on, we'll do some flybys and then we'll fuck off if we're unaffected from that. Or when you come in.
Maisie looks at everyone else, I guess.
I'll be on the sidelines with my new best friend Laneros and his ability to teleport. Until you guys are good to go.
Alright, we'll be back in a minute then. Everyone is willing to get on the dragon.
I may be nuts, but this seems a bit batshit.
We'll just do some flybys, take some of them out and then fly off. We'll see how much damage we can do.
Hey, full health, get in there.
Right you are.
You've suddenly got full health as well, like all your wounds have been stitched up. It'll only take 5 minutes. Come on, let's go. Macro starts climbing up on the gold dragon.
Any last words, Macy, that I should give your fiance, or are you good?
No, I'm good, but in some cultures they attach me to a sleigh and I deliver presents.
No.
And then she takes off.
Alright.
I guess I'll tell Chester that in case she bites it. I won't. I don't give a shit of Chester.
So we got Orwin and Makra on the dragon. Cool.
If Chester were here, he'd have a book deal out of this and 3 movies by the end of this fight.
Chester would have had like a speech and inspired the army to fight twice as hard. Just by
That's
saying,
true.
I'm Chester Decker, have you heard of me? And they'd be like, yes,
Yeah,
Chester's here! Slay off the God King!
They're led by the evil Darth Gwendeth.
Oh no, wouldn't that demoralize them? Aren't they like on the loyalist side?
Yeah. And there's a fucking statue of your rebellion in fucking... in New Neria.
Oh shit. Right. Let's do some strikes.
I imagine Gwendolyn isn't even on the statue.
Where do we reckon, as we're flying over there having this conversation, like, where do we reckon Lady Greenridge has gone then? And she just disappears.
And Nadina Gravewarden too.
So they just disappeared and left their army to die.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's kind of douchey, isn't it? That's like an Elsef move.
You have no clue.
Well, I'll find them after that. Right, let's see if we can save some of this army then, and then we'll see what we can do. So, Macron navigating the dragon using his heels is just going to try and go to like the front lines of them attacking enemies.
Yeah.
And as much as we're trying to cause damage, it's going to be equal parts trying to like block their path, so the rest of the Nerians can try and like make their escape throughout the gully. Try to mitigate as much life on our side as possible.
That's a
So imagine
shockingly good idea from you.
Yeah, we're throwing fire, we're throwing lightning, we're trying to make it difficult terrain for them so they can't chase our good guys and try and get away outwards.
Yeah.
While we're flying as well, we'll take the opportunity to use the Aether Cloak to restore some stuff on
Yeah, so
main Orwin.
as you saw by, is that what you're doing, Maisie?
Why is that not rolled?
I certainly can do, if I'm being completely honest and said that I listened. What was the plan?
Right, so we're attacking the front lines of the Nordrak to try and as much as kill them, we're also just trying to slow them down so the Nerians can get away. So we're just setting up fire so they can't get through and creating difficult terrain and shit.
How in the fly over there, Liam? How many rerolls of the breath would I have?
Oh, it's stunts, isn't it? It recharges, whatever.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Strafe the line, I guess. Try and cause as much disruption between them and the others as possible.
Yeah, try to attack the cliff faces as well. If we can get a bit of a cascade of rocks in between them as well, that'd be pretty useful.
Yeah. Okay. So
what? Will be guiding his lightning.
So what happens? Can you roll the breath attack just so I can get an idea?
Yeah. I certainly can. Aye. Oh. No, that wasn't me.
No, that was me. I assume we're all doing the thing. Liam, you tell me.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm about to explain what it does. I'm just applying damages. Yeah, so as you begin strafing the line, chain lightning down on this front line, creating up dust clouds, craters, burning up tents, creating smoke cloud for your allies. Well, not allies, but fellow Nerians to get away. At one point, you see that they see you coming, and spears and axes are being thrown at you as you do the good drive-by, basically drive-by thunder and fire. However, a bunch of arrows and axes come flying up towards you, Maisie. And I'm afraid one of the actual armies crit you.
Oh shit. That's not
Crits by an army.
Yeah, and as you drive by, you take 90 damage from about 100 different spears embedded in your side. and then on the far end, the conscripts who see it coming lower their shields, and as you barrel towards them and the lightning comes down and takes up the front line, the next line jump forward and all throw something up towards you, and there's sparks and lightning and some sort of explosions going off. And all of you need to make a dexterity save throw as you fly through a cloud of acid.
shit.
Who'd have thought they'd brought anti-dragon things when they knew they were coming to fight Lady Greenridge?
Apparently, one of those filthy northerners is
He didn't
just the
know
fucking dragonborn. He just doesn't know it yet. He's still in the fucking.
Oh my god! Stop rolling absolute shit, you useless fucker. A +4's not even gonna help me there. I guess I'll do it, but it's not gonna fucking help.
No.
Oh no, I get advantage because I saw it coming. Thank fuck for that.
So what was your
So it'd be 21.
you just passed.
Do I fail?
Yeah, apply the damage. Oh no, wait, I
No, I don't!
You're loving that, aren't you? Seriously. He's loving.
Just wait for the most obnoxious time to ask you if I fail.
There you go. And as you fly through the cloud of noxious vapours and acid, all of you bring up your arms to defend yourself. Macro, you arcane deflect some of it away from the group.
I feel like
However-
Alwyn brings up his face to deflect it.
Yeah, you just breathe it all in. I've dealt the damage to you. It still only did 16 for some reason. Did you have temp?
I did have temp, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
It's the first time he's been hit, actually.
Yeah, and you see the other army are making their way. The Nerians are making their way up the cliffside now, out of the gully. They're all running, using parts of siege ladders that were left over, and the encroaching army begins to move forward, but is impeded. This now becomes more of a trying to stop your Nerians being killed, I assume. So they've moved, they've used their action to move forward.
Is there a convenient volcano nearby that we can detonate and let the magma flow down this lovely corridor?
I love them down the gully.
Yeah.
I'm
Or
afraid
just
not.
a hastily erected dam or something.
Like a fantasy super weapon will just...
Oh my god, if
Volcano.
Stampeding herd of buffalo that we can accidentally disrupt using 3 hyenas.
If this was exalted, it would have happened already.
Yep.
Man, I wish Mary was here and could cast Tidal Wave in the gorge.
Oh my god, fucking that would be... And the gorge would actually fill up with water, because yeah, look, it fucking would.
Yeah.
If you had the tidal wave spell, that would fucking...
I just got an erection thinking of that, Jesus.
Is there anything that Maisie could turn into that could use it?
An
That has a
archer?
challenge rate.
No,
Does it have Tidal Wave?
it doesn't, I'm afraid.
Has wish.
It doesn't.
I wish.
Does it?
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
What do you mean it doesn't?
It doesn't have wish. The stats for the Arc Druid have Foresight.
No, he meant the Arc Wizard has.
Oh, the Arc Wizard starts with Time Stop, but you'd have to learn wish.
Yeah, I mean, that's on the stat block, but I'm sure it says that that's just an example. And
Yeah,
they
but I
can
think
fit
for
in the
these
spells.
monster features you use the stat block.
Yeah, you do.
Hang on, let me have a look. I've got it up.
Yeah, I would allow you to turn into an Archmage and then, like, be an Archmage and then, like, scribe spells to a spell book later. But if you were going to turn into Archmage now, you'd have to have the stats right there. I can't have you then turn into an Archmage and every time pick a fucking about 25 different spells. It would just...
Question.
Tailor-made spells.
Could Maisie just turn into Alwyn?
Yeah.
No.
I've wished again.
He
I know, right?
She
I know
could turn
Blair
into
Bowman has
Alwyn,
TR.
as in turn into, like, polymorph into him. But I wouldn't, technically have the stats of him.
Yeah.
The most game-breaking thing of polymorphing into a dragon that then shapeshifts into an Archmage, and you're trying to make it more broken than it already is.
Yeah.
That's half the game, right?
I'm desperately Googling, but I'm also not very good at that.
You could polymorph into Madame Eva, which I guess is from Curse of Strahd or something. She has Earthquake.
No, you don't know her. You're not doing that. Guys.
What's the challenge rating of a Leviathan? Has that got Tidal Wave?
That's not a humanoid. You can only shapeshift into humanoids. How the
It's
fuck
a
is a
human-
Leviathan?
It says humanoid. It says humanoid or beast.
Leviathan is
Not a beast. It's monstrosity.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
The golden rule of D&D taught is there are no good beasts except for the T-Rex. So there's no point thinking about it.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm just waiting until they get back, and then once we get back, we'll teleport.
I'm waiting to see what they do again, if they do it again or anything.
Yeah, Elsif is just standing next to Laneros and going like, "Oh, did you see all those spears hit her? Shit!"
If Maisie reckons she's got another one in here, we'll do another flyby, but I doubt that she will, with the amount of damage she's just taken.
It's only 90. Yeah. She's a gold dragon.
I don't know how much HP a gold dragon is. Go on then, let's go again then.
I like the spunk.
You could shapeshift. Listen to me here, Todd. You could shapeshift into a gargantuan beast, a sperm whale, and just drop on the fucking army.
And just drop.
You'd probably kill yourself in the meantime.
Well, are we doing this?
We have
rolled it.
Mm-hmm.
Sperm whales aren't that big, are they? Like, they're big, but they're not like army size big, are they?
They're gargantuan, which I don't know what the minimum gargantuan size is.
I think 25.
I mean, that's like a good spell. I should probably get impaled on like a dozen spears.
Right, give me a second.
They turn into a whale tactic. We've seen this one before. Everyone just crouch down and aim their spears upwards.
Alright, so what happens is, as you guys begin passing through, chain lightning coming down upon the lines, they look up and they're not dumb. This time they know that this is coming. They see you do the swerve, they see you in the sky, they see the crackle of lightning coming, and then a hail of javelins and spears just comes. You manage to get it off all the way down the line, but there's just tons of throwing axes and weapons and sling shots coming up at you. And Maisie, once again, your entire front is just covered in javelin attacks.
Do we need to swoop this low if we're doing 5 attacks in chain line?
And then a bunch fly up and hit Makra and Orwin too.
Well, how close do we need to be? I imagine we're getting hit by arrows. It's just weird that we're getting hit by javelins.
60 feet.
Well, we need to be 60 feet away. Oh, that's an issue.
And the range of a javelin. It's the long range of a javelin. But
and now that you guys know it's coming, can I have dex save from all of you of advantage, because the conscripts on the other end are about to do the same thing.
Oh, advantage last time doesn't really help. That was an issue. Jesus Christ. I'll arcane deflection that again.
I think I need to go now.
Yeah, that's probably us done for the sweeper. I think we've saved the most we can. I don't think we're going to save any more than that.
At least the acupuncture has corrected my spinal curve.
Is that damage right, Liam? With advantage? You said?
Yeah, I did half.
Okay.
It was about 100 acid flasks.
Mm-hmm.
And these climb the cliff.
I reckon that's enough time for him to get gone. Like that whole army's going to struggle to chase them down. Most of the cavalry's dead as well, so they're not like exactly chasing them down on a
Well, you know, Elzev did a Laneros and created a wall of force and fucking splatted them.
Yeah, that was useful. Yeah, I reckon we saved most of that army. I guess we do one more flyby over our army. What is the closest population centre that's friendly to us?
Ooh.
No, we're going now.
No, we're not going over the enemy army. We're going over our friends.
No, we're off. She turns left.
Fun enough, Thebo would be the nearest city.
Are they actually friendly to us?
Oh my god.
They are not.
Do you even roleplay?
No.
Thebo!
I said this closest population that's friendly to us.
Oh! Well, the nearest city is Thebo. That's the petrified city, blah blah blah. We know where the one shot's taking place. Nearest would be, oh wow, it would probably be Xerxil's old friends, the Yellow Scales.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So are we best sending him to...
to be fair, we've got a gold scale with us.
Just tell them head back to to New Chesterton, wherever the fuck it's called now.
Nuneria.
Yeah,
It's up to Laneros, isn't it? Laneros is the teleporter.
I get the impression that if they're fleeing, they're probably not going to listen to some random jack dude who
it's not
murdered
like
their leader's father.
It's more of a
on where to go.
It's going to be something like, head back to there, you will be pardoned.
Hey, isn't that the guy that killed our leader's dad? Why is he telling us where to go?
Because our leaders are fucked off. It'll just be like something like, head back to like Thebo, you will be spared. New Neria. You will be pardoned or something like that.
I'm assuming you're looking for Issa then.
Whoever can get a fucking message over there, basically. That'd be nice.
Okay, so the group does land near Issa, who is commanding the retreat now instead of trying to get her troops to fight. She nods up at you and says, I do not think that will happen, Makra!
Better than trying to survive in the wilderness, I reckon.
She shakes her head. And she grabs one man that's fallen over in his haste. He seems to have lost his boot and his shield. She picks him up and throws him. He keeps running, and she says, Get gone with you, Makra. I don't even know why you stayed. This is not your business.
Because we just saved all your asses. How rude. Right, see you in a bit.
I hope we never meet again.
How rude.
Alright. Where are you heading back? To Laneros, I'm assuming.
Because it's all very dependent on Maisie.
Where do you reckon we should teleport, Laneros?
Laneros.
I'd say one of my other workshop, but then the last time we went to one of my workshops, it's got burnt down, so I'd rather not.
Did we figure out the cause of that yet? Or are we just assuming it was Ollie Aiden? Because it was
It got covered in magma, Curtis. Like, I don't think it's a stretch to say that the flying fire mage burned it down after we insulted him.
I did it as a suggestion of thinking it might have been him. Have we been back there since?
No.
You have not been back to Mokhul since. You haven't been to Nuneria since that happened.
Alright, let's go back to New Year and see what the damage is.
I do believe Orwin might have teleported to the shop at one point, but that was it.
We could teleport.
Sorry?
Nuneria. Since the fire, since you escaped the God King's lair underneath the monolith, I don't think you guys have actually been back to Nuneria. You went no, yeah, you did, because you went into the workshop, was like, fuck this, and then Orwin teleported you to the shop.
As I say, I've teleported to Gwandia's shop.
Maybe we should teleport to Makra's dumb children and ask them for a prophecy that's actually like gonna do us any good in figuring out what's going on.
We could do that, or we'll go back to New Neria to see what the shit is, but either or, I'm happy with.
Oh, I would suggest somewhere where an army won't get to us is good, so I would suggest Nuneria for now.
Right.
We also need to relay back what happened during this this mission.
Yeah, probably telling some officials in some capacity about what has happened would probably be smart.
Yes.
At least we don't need to worry about the Green Ridge army anymore. Been scattered to the wind. They kind of did us a favour here, didn't we? Good job of calling him a little bitch. Well done, boy band.
Yeah, I don't really think that's actually particularly helpful, because, you know, there's still a fucking massive army that's trying to come and kill us, so, you know.
Yeah, this army didn't particularly like you specifically, but they were still on the side of this planet not dying, so losing them. In the grand scale of things, while very funny, not helpful.
Yeah, what she said.
It wasn't unhelpful. I feel like the Nunerians were still like kind of against us, weren't they? Like they weren't on the side of Nuneria, were they?
A bit selfish way to look at it, Makra. It's really just your head they wanted. I barely even know them. I don't think they realized that I killed the God King. While I was involved.
Well, they weren't exactly fans of the Council of Nuneria, were they? Like,
Well, they are kind of dickheads, aren't they?
they weren't massive fans of Grildor and all that morning.
Laneros' face just...
Don't look at me that way, Laneros. fucking Gorilla Ironblood promised to help me get back my soul. He did fucking nothing after I killed the God King for him. Didn't even send me a letter. Like, thank you for doing the thing we made a deal about. What do you need help with? Nothing. Didn't even get a letter. Not a single gold coin. Goddamn Ironbloods. Fucking dwarfs. I'll put that down into my book of grudges.
Fucking perfect rant.
People do seem to take advantage of you quite a lot.
And you seem to take it very personal as well.
I feel like at this point it's almost a you issue.
Well, Macro, I always come out on top. Just remember that.
When's that happened? Like, you know, within the last 100 years.
I mean, it already happened. I've got a shit ton of magic items out of this stupid deal and was, like, only in mortal peril once.
What do you mean more? You literally died.
Yeah, that was the one time I was in mortal peril.
Oh, okay, I guess it's slightly more than peril, but fair enough. You were mortally compromised, I think.
Alright, and I'll just let me
I was literally just about to interject and be like, Linearis, could you hurry up with this teleport, please?
Alright, and will I go ahead and take a 5-minute break while we sort that out? That was a good 5-minute break, wasn't it? So, Laneros, where are we landing?
I would obviously know that there was still a dragon with us, so I would choose our location.
Oh, don't worry about it. Telefrag Maisie, it'd be hilarious.
Let me think. Can you bring up the map of Nuneria, please?
Oh my god, I've got the hits.
You are on it?
No, I'm on the Mokhul Empire map.
Yeah, that's Neria. Oh, you mean the world map?
The city map he wants of Nuneria. The city.
See, now that's a difficult thing to do.
Oh, is it?
Because I don't have it on the Foundry, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Let me think then.
That's one thing I've neglected to copy over. Whoops.
I think just north of the university, basically.
Remember when this was a city campaign? The fucking city map is important.
Can you just give me a break, please?
Yeah, we can.
I'm doing it now, alright? I can
Okay, that's fine.
I can get it down in the background.
But yeah, just north of the university, I remember there was some pretty clear areas there, and then we could just walk in after that. Like, it's not going to make a difference for an hour.
Yeah, no, that's fair, yeah. So you guys land north of the city and walk in, yeah?
Yep.
There you go. I've got me a new Neria map.
Aww.
Just for you, Arno.
It is.
Yeah, I'm fixing
lovely.
it. I'm fixing it because of the grid and all that shit.
Oh no, it's all black.
Token vision.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you appear north of the university amidst rolling kind of savannah, and as you land, there's a bunch of tents, and the moment the dragon appears, a nearby camel breaks its ropes and begins running off, and a guy wearing a full white robe with his hood up runs past and begins screaming in Nunerian towards you guys, sees the dragon, then backs off, kind of like, it's fine, you do what you want.
We're not here to cause any trouble. We're just passing through.
Maisie changes back. I presume like 1,000 spears just clatter to the floor.
Yeah, and you begin to bleed profusely from all of the wounds. And then it closes.
Well,
I
think we should get back to the council, or at least I will. Anyone wanting to come along? No, not you.
So I'm
Elsa.
still just imagining the spears remaining in Maisie, and like the 1,000 spears literally covering every fucking centimetre of skin.
I am the spear now.
Yeah, there's just hundreds of them, all broken, bits of metal all over the ground around you now.
I think I'm just gonna have a look at my burnt down workshop, see if any of the books on the Eldritch Horror out of space have remained, and then read them as a nighttime lecture.
Very well.
Avbo Avenue, for you.
Last time I tried diplomacy, it didn't go very well, so maybe I'll steer clear of this one.
I don't know, it was very funny.
I reckon it went very well. You did very well.
I would have used different words, but conveyed the same message.
Yeah, that's good to know at least.
Alright, so Laneros, you begin heading towards the Moonlit Shield.
Yep.
And Elzif begins heading towards Avbo Avenue. And what about Macro?
I imagine Macron's not allowed to go on the diplomacy mission.
Oh,
so-
no.
Elsef actually waves Macra along because we still have the prisoner.
Oh yeah, I'll go with Elzef.
Right.
Because I've got a prisoner on my shoulder.
A guard does stop you. He looks you up and down, as if he doesn't recognise you. He seems to be quite young. A half-elf, probably in his mid-20s. And his spear has the sheath over the top. And he just kind of points the blunt, leather-bound end towards you and says, "Why do you have a man on your shoulder?"
Prisoner of war.
"Prisoner of what?"
War.
"You tell me the truth."
This is Macra, the only famous bugbear ever.
He kind of points, he looks at Spear and goes, "That is not Macra. I have heard he's taller."
I've got no idea what you want me to do. I guess he pulls out one of his magical armaments, or he's got out that only macro. He pulls out the Kopesh, like, no, definitely me, mate.
A curved sword does not make you the sheriff.
It's literally glowing.
You must be the only new Nerian guard that gives a shit about this job.
He looks down at himself and goes, I am new.
This man is built like a mountain.
What?
Why
He
would you
looks around.
antagonize him?
He's looking nervous now, and then a middling-aged human, bald with a Kopesh of his own sheathed at his side, comes running over. He's wearing kind of those leather flaps that make down a kind of tribal kilt with a breastplate. And he runs over and he says, stop, to his friend. He says, I'd like to apologise. He's new. Makra, go about your way. Don't worry about anything. And he begins chastising the guard. And as you're moving along, the point I'm trying to prove is, it looks like there's been a conscription.
Okay, he flicks a gold at the new guy.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of the new guards and soldiers moving around are quite young.
Oh, look, an army that doesn't hate you, Macro.
Doesn't hate me yet. I feel like it's the key word you're missing there.
That's the right attitude. They just haven't gotten to know you yet.
You can feel the guy waking up on his shoulder, so he just kind of like throws an elbow back there. Keep down.
Yep. Yes, sir, says the older human. And as you walk by, passing the university, the House of Light, the city has been organised once. You guys have been gone for like 2 days. And it looks like somehow, and Lanira should notice, Hedron Morningstar has got on that conscription that he was speaking about in the meeting. He's obviously sparing coin out of his own probably nobility coffers to build an army, maybe. Okay, so...
Alright.
What about Maisie and... What about the brother and sister duo over here? What are they doing?
Shop? Tavern?
Tavern shop.
You alive there, Maisie? You're very quiet. Lost your voice? Spears hurt you that bad, did they?
Broke your leg
that's
doing
terrible.
yoga?
Don't worry, I'll help you out. You get your voice back in no time. Let's go this way.
What's this yoga position called? Taught the silent lamb?
He's not there, is he?
Dragon, clearly.
The absent
It was called.
sunrise?
It was called Taking a Whiz. That's what it was called. I was like, I was answering, but just from the loo. Maisie, does Maisie regain all hit points when she turns back? Because it does change things a little bit.
Yeah. Well, no, you've regained the hit points that you had as Maisie.
If you don't mind, I'd kind of like to go with Laniros.
Oh, well, you better hurry up. He left quite a while ago.
Right you are. Lenny! She runs after him.
Lenny?
I love it.
Well, they really don't want to go with Makrar and Elsith, so I guess that's tavern. Goes to a tavern.
Right, well, the nearest one. So,
Is it good?
in the marketplace, a lot of during the day, a lot of pop-up taverns occur, like, you know, eateries and like tent-based canopy like gardens where people sell drink and food.
Yeah, we go to like one of those like little pop-up stand or something. Izakaya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem. So you head to one of those, and a good drink and a meal only sets you back about 3 silver pieces. So it's not like gonna break the bank.
Alright, 3 silver pieces it is.
Alright, you settle down for a nice... you know, you woke up early this morning, had a massive battle, did a load of damage. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning, and just settle down for some proper breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
All in a day's work.
Hungry and tired, so food and a bit of drink goes a long way.
Yeah, and as you're eating, I'm trying to load up Roll20 at the moment. Give me a moment, because it's still got all my details on. Freaking hell. Only I'd actually organised all these notes and rolled them.
To be fair, there must have been some impact we had on that. Like, a lot of big players are now dead, right?
No, we didn't kill any of the big players. Where did you get this?
did.
We killed out.
You killed
Aliaden.
You killed Ileana.
Oh,
And
right.
actually, we killed Dolap
Yeah,
as well.
and I worked it out before you left, just so you know, so I could note it down that you killed about 8,000 troops.
That's a lot of experience.
Seeing as our army were a big bag of dicks, that's quite an achievement.
And most of it was the Wall of Force and the goddamn White Dwarf.
Yeah, exactly. They may as well have been equipped with dildos.
It's just a wonderful image. This wave of forces crashing into an impenetrable wall of forces. Elsa just stands there giggling, surrounded by scared soldiers. Ah.
Clutching dildos.
Okay, as Laniros, as you approach the Moonlit Shield, there are the usual Bretonnian guards outside, alongside a bunch of Nerian guards, and they seem to be chatting amongst one another now, and trading stories. There's some laughter, and as you approach and you take the raft over the narrow river to the other side, there seems to be a makeshift tent set up, and a big blue and red Bretonnian canopy is set up, and you see there's a long amount of desks, and men and women of all races are lined up in front of this. And there are signs above saying 3 square meals a day, 5 gold strip end. And you see there's hundreds of people here.
Yeah, conscription well underway. That's clear.
Mm-hmm. And you can definitely see it from here, from the south, as you climb up the stairs to the Moonlit Shield and turn around towards the Bay of Spears. You can see the smoke and the smog of industry down near Shidell. Like, things are being built, and quickly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And to your left, you just swerve round a wagon, and as it goes by, this wagon train is carrying about a dozen cannons past you. And then you see one guy with a wheelbarrow full of cannonballs run past. Mm-hmm. And you dodge that and go into the nice cool shade of the Moonlit Shield. No matter how warm outside, this monolith always calls as you walk in.
Lenny, wait for me, Lenny.
Yeah, no.
Laniros. Laniros. Sorry. I thought you couldn't hear me or something. It's quite loud outside. I thought I'd accompany you.
Well, I'm heading into the council. You're not welcome there.
Oh. Did you get an invite or something?
I'm a member of the council.
Right you are. I just thought it'd be interesting to watch, on account of the fact that I have several degrees and PhDs in negotiations and politics and history, and I thought I could be of help.
Yes, the meetings are not public. Only council members are allowed.
Right you are.
If you wish to, engage in a career in politics, then I guess you should start by actually engaging in politics.
I just imagine a bunch of soldiers falling over, oh, in the background. Oh, right you are. Okay, well, sorry to bother you. I guess I'll sightsee. She turns around and leaves.
Okay. Destination?
Chester's house?
Alright, yeah, you begin heading across the other side of the city towards Chester's house.
If you can't go with Laniros, she won't be doing much, apart from potentially maybe going to the university tomorrow, but that would be it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless insaner heads prevail, of course.
Insaner heads. I like that. Alright, so Laniros, as you head in, and travel up the stairs towards the main council room. You do see Hedrel Morningstar barking orders in his shrill elven voice. That you and you make sure it's done! And shoos them off. He turns towards Chi and Japu, who sits in an unusual chair outside the council chambers. They seem to be organising or discussing something. And as you approach, her blue eyes light up and she nods. And Hedrel turns around and goes, "There you are. Where have you been?"
All over, really. It's been a little bit hectic.
He strokes his silver beard.
But, well, when can we get everyone here?
Well, there's 3 of us here now.
Mm-hmm.
Must there be more?
I think so. Yes.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Gwildar is out in the Wetway Islands doing what he does best. Intimidation.
So you're going to say being a Mordos.
We can call the matriarchs if you wish, but do we need them? Do we really need Rose? Do we really need Kazmut or Sagagfo? I don't think so. And he leans towards Chion, who is the most elderly senior of the matriarchs. And Admiral Kane Chambers, well, he's been a bit of a boozer lately. Shame on him.
Well, let's do what we should do. Let's put the summons out for 1 hour from now and start then. If they're not here, they're not here.
That's fine. I will do that. Is there anything you need to discuss?
Yes. There is news of the diplomatic mission with the Grave Wardens and news of, well, an approaching army. Another one.
Yeah, he nods. When aren't there approaching armies?
True, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't discuss them.
Mm-hmm. He says, I can do that, and barks an order to nearby guard. And within the hour, you have attending Hedrel, Kane, who looks a bit dishevelled. His collars are like askew, and he looks slightly tired and red-eyed. Chion, sat in a usual chair where the Methuselah used to sit. And the red-skinned tiefling, Sharp, who doesn't really normally attend many meetings, but this is the first time you've seen her. Let me just look. Yes. She's well known for being invested in the economy and mainly deals with the treasury, so... and deals with a lot of guild leaders. But the fact that she's here means that she was probably nearby.
Okay. Right. Thank you all for coming at short notice. There are 2 matters I wish to discuss with you. Are there any other points that anyone wishes to put on the agenda for today?
Hadrel says, yes. Conscription is going well. Some 1,000 young men and women are joining up to defend their city. We haven't heard from Gwildar yet, but I assume at some point soon he will be docking and talking with the Shah.
Mm-hmm.
How did it go with Nadina Gravewarden? Did you get the ceasefire we were after?
Well, in a way. We spoke to her and I think she rather cooled her anger against us, but as we were having this diplomatic conversation, Dolath came to visit.
All eyes turn on you when you say that. What happened? Yeah, Sharp says, yeah, what happened? Did we have a chance to assassinate him then?
We did not.
Why not?
We were there on a diplomatic mission, remember?
You had a chance to cut the head off the Hydra, so to speak. She gazes at you with her deep violet eyes. Says, we could have done it.
That is your profession, not mine. We were there, 2 of us, surrounded by an army, and under a diplomatic banner. Such things may seem trivial to you, but they have long-lasting consequences if one betrays that banner. Meaning that, well, essentially you're committing war crimes.
She laughs, and then turns to Chion and says, I believe you did do the right thing there. What made the diplomacy fail, Laneros? I can tell in your voice that it didn't go as planned.
The diplomacy with Nadina went rather well, I think. She's deeply troubled by what's happened to her family, which is understandable.
Everyone nods.
However, well, basically she chose to side against the Nordrakian army, and it seems Dolath has a little bit of a short fuse as minor insult made him quite angry, and he promptly summoned his armies to fight hers.
Who gave the insult? Was it you?
That would have been Alwyn.
Who's
Now,
Alwyn?
I'll say the same thing I said to him and to you now. When it came to this insult, basically, well, I would have used different words, but my feelings on his behavior were the same. He was, well, he's a tyrant, and quite funnily, Alwyn called him a pussy.
A what? And at that moment, Hadrell's voice squeaks his what? As he looks around the room with his eyes wide. Sharp leans into a chair and goes, and looks towards Grildar's chair and goes, he may have approved. And you
think you would have.
Admiral Kane Chambers hiccups and reaches for the jug in the middle of the table.
And so we fought their army. This went surprisingly well, considering we were outnumbered severely.
You fought?
Yes. They came upon us quite hard and fast.
Oh, that's not good. So diplomacy's definitely out the window with this King Dolaf, then?
Well, there was no diplomacy to begin with. It was either bow to his will or die.
That's no choice at all.
Exactly.
Well, we are currently preparing defences, especially in Shire Dell. We have news that a fleet will arrive soon. Couple of weeks.
Yes, now I just want to mention it's very good that we're getting some extra defences, but this army is, well, what we reckon now, 92,000 strong.
Well, the boats themselves, we here have lessened somewhat. The fleet is smaller.
Oh no, I mean the ground army that Dolath is controlling.
And they're some time away, yes?
Yes. We're near Thewell.
Then our present threat would be the Navy, I do believe.
Mm-hmm. They also have several powerful magic users on their side, the Fire Soul being one of them.
Well, so do we.
We did manage to slay one of their generals, which hopefully should slow them down a little bit.
There's nods around the table.
Unless they resurrect her.
Well, there's always that. Yes, that's what I have to report on this matter. What news of the city? I see conscription's been going on, and there's been mass production lines set up for weapons of war.
Yeah, this is when Hadril Monistar kicks in. Well, I managed to procure that loan from the Bretonians, and we've spent it on, well, upgrading the city defences and buying siege weapons. We have cannons, we have a mercenary band, mysteriously named the Golden Whips, but we'll get to that later. And then we have the conscription, of course. We've got a lot of men. We are focusing a lot of our defences on the Bay of Spears. It's a natural defensive position from landings. And Shiredale suffered somewhat from the recent bombardment, so we've funneled some money, along with some charitable donations from the richer nobles, to help fund a sort of fortress down there.
Mm-hmm.
Not only will it keep the enemy out, but it'll keep the riffraff in. There's silence around the table. Yeah, okay. And there's nothing else to be said, basically. You've not been gone for that long.
Yep. Right. Well, that's what I have to report for now. I'm going to need some rest. It's been a fierce day.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Have a good afternoon, all.
They all wish you well and say that, whenever you need help, just talk to them individually. Especially Chion. She says, whenever you need help, it's always best to just come to her privately if you need something done quicker.
Very well. Appreciate that.
Alright, so the two people going to Avbu, that's Makra and Elzef. As you head there, and you see what you'd feared, Elzef, right where your workshop should be is a burnt husk, and opposite you see that the gnolls have kind of taken stuff. You can see they've decorated the front of their garden with some of your stuff that seems to have survived the fire.
What sort of stuff?
Like there seems to be half of a bookshelf, a burnt anvil. There seems to be tools that they've put in a box and says, you know what you find when you're driving down nice areas, and it's just like, take this for free. They've got like boxes of your stuff that says this is going for free. There's some books.
I don't think Elsif is in a monetary position where she cares enough to burn their house down, but she does look a bit pissed.
Yeah, it looks like there's a bit of foundation damage there, mate.
Man, am I glad that I own a second workshop.
I guess that was one way of looking at it. Whilst we're on the way here, Makra asks Alza, you know how like you do stuff that's like pretends to be spells, but they're not actually magic?
Yeah.
How good are your actual like magic? Like your knowledge of it, at least.
I am skilled in the arcane arts. I'm just not very magically talented.
All right, cool. So you know when they're like casting magic at us,
Yeah.
and we kind of like stop them doing it.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can do that?
What do you want to cast counterspell?
Counterspell. Yeah, that sounds about right. Is there a way I can do that?
I could probably craft an item or something that does that. I imagine if I had time and money and a workshop, and Elsif points at the...
Is there a way I can just buy an item? Is there not something a bit more readily available than that?
I'm pretty
It
sure
seems to take fucking ages crafting stuff.
It's real... Well, I think Lanira's and Owen actually have items that can cast counterspell. Don't they? Don't like one of the staffs have counterspell charges?
Let me check.
Just get her to roll an arcane check for me.
Okay, Mr. DM.
Not for me.
Alright, no, yeah, you correct that. What Makro actually wants is a ring of spell storing that he can do this with, but there's no way in character he'd know what one of them is. So, I imagine with that arcane check, she can come up with the idea of, yeah, a ring of spell storing would do that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can just make a ring of spell storing.
Can you make one of them then, and we're best going to buy one?
I have to look at what the level of it is. It's like
okay.
It's uncommon or something, right? Ring of spell storing. It's not great.
Yeah, I think they are uncommon.
It takes an attunement slot. How is this better than anything you already have?
I've only got 2 attunement slots at the moment. One of them's been taken up by a wind. The third one's been used by a wand of fucking lightning bolts, which is just never going to get used.
Why aren't you just taking like Macy's? The boots are flying. I gave Macy, so you can fly.
No, you're not. You've got 3 achievement slots. What are you talking about?
I've got me Kopesh, I've got me Raps. What's the third one being used by?
You've got Raps, Kopesh, and Cord's Thunderblock.
Oh, fucking hell, are they taking a tumour slot each? Oh, I'm gonna have to like actually pick one going forward.
We discussed this. It's like I'm in a deja vu, like kind of Memento type environment here.
I cannot remember discussing.
Yeah, because I remember you going, "Oh man, but I'd have to get rid of laying hands."
Oh no,
That's
I
why.
just thought I was getting rid of it as in fact I was just getting rid of the weapon entirely. Like I wasn't on about flicking between the two. But no, yeah, that does make sense now because I can't smite with Thord's Kundercock. Kundercock. That's where it's no.
Well, it's something different every time.
It's just slowly going to possess into something more demonic. Yeah, no, but I'm still only really using 2. So what do you reckon then? So you reckon it's better me flying around rather than me being able to like stop them casting evil magic at us?
Well, Laneros and Owen can pretty much stop magic 3 times each, at least, minimum.
So definitely more. So we don't need any more of that then.
Yeah, I feel like flying or literally anything else would be more useful.
Okay, I'll leave you with it. We'll stick with flying for now. See if you can come up with something cooler than flying then, and then I'll do that.
Just ask Macy for my boots. Like she literally turns into a dragon now. What the fuck does she need flying boots?
Yeah, no, I was just seeing if there's anything else more interesting than boots, but I'll use the boots for now then. Yeah, I'll get them off Maisie.
I think anything good will need a lot more monetary resources than I currently have.
That might be an issue. I'm quite flush at the moment. That's why I won't buy shit, to be honest. I just don't want to spend money.
I'm on like 10,000 gold pieces or something. I'm not like that.
Macro's got a lot more than that. Macro's got 51 platinum, 4,000 gold pieces, and then we've got quite a lot in the party loot as well that no one seems to be tapping into. So I don't think people would mind loaning him some amount of money out of that.
Where's the party loot even listed? Notes for party around. 30,000 gold pieces. Elsef could buy a mansion with that. Anyway. Elsef straps the prisoner to, like, a pillar that, like, remained from the workshop or something. She has no qualms doing this in daylight.
Wait, what? What did you say?
She's strapping the she's, like, tying the prisoner to the pillar that's still, like, there. She actually wants the gnolls to see her torture this guy.
Yeah, okay, cool. So you
and she sits down in front of him and, like, heals him for a few hit points.
Yeah, he kind of shakes awake. And you go,
hello, prisoner.
Who are you?
I am Elsef of Sea's End. This is Makra.
What am I doing here? What's happening?
You in Nuneria, the pearl of the former Mokhul Empire.
He looks around and gazes up at the sunshine. He's like, ah.
This is what remains of my workshop after the firestorm burned it down.
Apologies. It can be testy.
It's not on you. It's really on him. So I'm not faulting you for that.
That's okay.
Now let's go through things that would make me not murder you.
Okay, that sounds
good. Where are you guys moving to?
What do you mean?
Where's the army
moving,
advanced?
like moving house? Because I haven't.
Are you playing stupid?
No.
Makra can kill like a cow with a single flick of his finger. Why would you do this?
He looks up. Who's he?
It's Makra. He killed the God King.
Hey Makra, what's up?
Hi mate.
Why did you take this guy prisoner?
I wasn't fussy.
Your army. What is your army planning to attack?
Oh, you think I know?
I think you know which general direction you're going to.
I came here for the ale and bitches.
Oh my god.
To be honest, when you did tell me to take a prisoner, I thought this might be slightly problematic. We probably needed like a captain or something.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what I thought, but I wasn't going to go in there and get a captain.
Hey, you two stop arguing, right? I mean, I've come here for loot. I was promised gold.
Okay, see, this is better than torture, right?
Yeah,
we are loaded.
Hey! I got dry mouth. Can I have a drink?
Makra gives him a drink or something.
And he's all like spilled down his ginger beard. He goes, can you wipe the hair out of my eyes, please?
Sure.
Thanks. Also, I'm missing a shoe and my other foot's hot. Can you?
Okay, I'm currently inclined to just give you gold for any information you provide us and let you go away.
That's totally
and
fine.
If you you're overdoing it right now.
Yeah, I'm burning. Yeah. I'm pale. I'm from Nordrak. I'm literally burning.
Okay, so
Macros
anything you got
away
for
the
us,
sun.
I'm gonna give you 10 gold pieces for any piece of useful information that you have.
I make it 100.
No.
Why not?
Because the alternative to the 10 gold pieces is we're going to the highest point to the cliffs and just
but,
throwing you down.
You own a workshop, right?
Have you looked at my workshop?
He tries. He just tries to turn. He just tries to turn. He's like, yeah, well, I'm kind of facing this Noel's house and they're having sex in the window.
See what's in front of their house? First off, that really diminishes my property values. Second, have you seen what's in front of their house? That's the remains of my workshop, so...
And that's what the Biosol did, yeah?
Okay, it's either 10 gold pieces or we're gonna throw you off a cliff. That's the deal you can do.
Well, it feels like,
No deal at all, exactly.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'll take the gold pieces, but that's not going to be enough to get me home.
I thought you wanted alien bitches, just like...
Yeah, but you've taken me miles away, right? I'll be way too late for the ale.
Are you racist? Do you not like Nunerian bitches? What is this here?
No, I didn't say that. I said that I just want to go home, Wanted to get home, go back to my home. Look,
no ship is gonna take you home. We are at war with your home country.
What?
You are invading... What is this fucking continent called now? It's not called Mokhul anymore, is it?
Yeah, it's the Mokhul continent.
The Nerian Peninsula.
Yeah, well, so if you give me the 10 gold and I tell you what you want to know, you're gonna just let me go, right?
Oh yeah, I have no qualms with you. If you try to assassinate members of the council here, and that's the scariest thing you could possibly do. What do I give a shit? I don't even like them.
You wouldn't catch me doing that. No.
Or even if you started stabbing random people in the street, I hate everyone in the street, so I have nothing to lose here.
Oh yeah, well, okay, cool. What do you want to know?
Okay, so you don't know where the army is going?
To some desert.
It's any specific place in the desert, or did they literally just say?
He said, well, our orders were to get to this desert and defend somewhere.
Defend somewhere?
Yeah,
not overtake something, defend something.
Why didn't you kidnap Einar? He's our captain. Why'd you kidnap me? I don't know shit.
Did you miss the part where there were meteors crashing down?
Oh no, yeah, that was pretty cool.
No, I mean that wasn't... do you think I was concentrating on a super elaborate plan? We just grabbed the first guy we saw.
Oh, that's your stupidity, not mine.
I'm not gonna deny that we didn't think this through, but one dude is better than no dude, right?
I mean, you could have stole 2 dudes. There's 2 of you.
What do you think? I'd carry a dude?
Oh, I don't know. You're pretty tough.
I'm pretty tough. That's true.
Yeah. So So now that I've barred you up, could it be 15 gold pieces?
No.
Oh, fuck. I told you. We're going desert. It's fine.
Maybe I'm missing something really simple we could be asking. You're a simpleton. What would you ask him?
No, you've covered it. Where is he moving to? I don't feel like he's going to know much more than that.
Is this a 2-prong attack? Is there a second army coming?
Well, yeah, of course there is.
Well, the ones on the boats. I don't mean the ones on the boats.
Yeah, they're not like us.
Okay, they aren't even... Okay.
They're like sea people.
You're really racist. Dude.
I'm not. I just said they were sea people.
I feel like that's a bit derogatory.
If it wasn't being...
I like to think our people are raiders and sea people, but no, they are proper raiders and sea people.
That's a bit diminishing of your own people.
I know, right?
It's the opposite of racist.
Ever since we followed Ileana all the way into Rhineland, our people have kind of fallen down.
Isn't Ileana dead, Makra? Back me up on that.
Not that Ileana. Different Ileana. It's difficult to explain.
Is this good information? Would you explain it and that's useful to me?
It's probably not useful. Unless you want a history lesson from 100 years ago.
Well, if I was alive then, I'll just grab a book or something. Well, this has been a waste of time. I also have handsome the 15 gold pieces. It's not enough money
15.
for her.
He kind of struggles at his binding. Can you untie me?
Yeah, Macro just tie him loose.
Macron ties him.
What's the worst that's gonna happen? Him killing the weird guard we met earlier? Who gives a shit?
Right, yeah. He picks up the coins and he goes, well, be seeing you.
Macron goes in another 5, so he can try and actually get home. You probably aren't getting home yet, but there you go. There's another couple of weaker bitches. Didn't die on cocaine or anything.
I mean, if the army attacks this city, you can try to rejoin them on the other side of the fight. Like, really, who gives a shit? You had one dude, we drop meteors on people.
Yeah, well, see you around. And he kind of scuttles off.
Best of luck. Oh, if you want to rob anyone, rob them.
He does stop outside the Noel's house, looks in the free box of your stuff and picks out. And you're like, wait a minute, that's my shoe. And he puts it on. Wanders off.
How did they acquire his shoe so good? Never mind.
Right. Is actually going to have a look at the free box and see if the books on the the King in Yellow are in there.
They are! Yeah, they are in there, yeah.
Macro shouts up to the Knolls on his axe.
They're not anymore.
Did you steal anything decent from here that's like worth us buying back off you?
I'm not going to buy it back off of me. It's my stuff.
The shutters come down, they ignore you. Alright.
What would Knoll say?
We're going to move on to Maisie quickly to see what she's doing.
To be fair, I've been thinking about this for a while, and she's sane at the moment, so she would probably +3 a bit upset that she couldn't join Laneros, but then she would head to the university instead.
Yeah? Okay, so you head to the university. And there is...
She's never been there before, to be fair, so she'd be like, I don't know, she'd probably knock.
Yes, you knock, the door's open, and you see the secretary.
Like an information desk or something.
The secretary, a elvish man, peers round the horseshoe-shaped desk and goes, "Hello, you can come in."
Hello, sorry.
It's a pleasure.
Alumni, Longinia, pretty much every educational establishment they have, actually. I was wondering if I could have access to your archives, please.
He nods. And you are? Your name, please?
Maisie.
Maisie. Okay, and last name?
Gainsborough.
Okay, fine. And he begins writing it down in a little pad. Follow me.
Do you have any stacks?
Snacks?
Stacks.
Stacks?
Yes, historical papers, stacks.
Oh, yes.
Where the proper archiving is kept. The stuff that no one reads, goes into some big stacks, rolled across a wall, and left there for a couple of 100 years.
He leans in and goes, well, stuff like that doesn't tend to be in our library, but tends to be in the House of Answers. But we can find what we can here.
Oh,
he leads
no worries. I'm after stacks. Where's this House of Answers?
And he points out the window over the river.
Right you out, thank you.
Right, so you head to the House of Answers, yeah?
Yep. And
the long bridge that leads over to this black, foreboding fortress-like building is guarded on the bridge by many, many guards. And as you approach, a captain does kind of stop you on the bridge. And he says, "Can I help you?"
Hello, yes. Maisie Gainsborough, history alumni, University of Longinia, pretty much every educational establishment they have, actually. I'm looking for the stacks.
Of what?
Universities keep stacks in cities, historical papers. They told me that theirs was here. Please, could I go in?
He looks to the right and left, brings his hand up.
Friction.
Gold.
Oh, admission fee. That's new. How much?
50.
Oh, pricey. These must be some mighty good stacks. Okay, let me have a little rummage. She has a little look around, because I don't think she has much money. I think she's more kept. But I did accidentally leave Foundry. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, yes, here. She hands him 50 gold.
Mm-hmm. Do you actually have 50 gold?
I think she does. Is it in the spirit of honesty?
You do. You have 995.
She has a lot of gold.
Yeah, it's on the bottom of your inventory. But okay, so you hand over.
Yeah, I know.
Says,
Sorry, it's because I logged out.
Yeah, he says, "Go on in," and he and a guard lead you down a few corridors, past some cells, to a trapdoor that leads to kind of a dark, cool basement. And lined there are shelves and shelves and shelves of scrolls and books and stuff like that.
I don't suppose it's too much to ask for a duodecimal organisational system, right?
There is not.
So you use the one most universities use. Chuck down in any order, right?
Mm-hmm. So the last person who was here, and he points towards a small stall that would probably fit a dwarf, and a table made for a dwarf. And they see there are some scrolls and papers all over the floor near there.
Right, you are. I don't suppose you could... you don't even have sections either. Categories, nothing?
Nope. And he just walks off up the stairs and says, "When you're done, find your way out."
Right, you are. She already, not necessarily knowing that, because she was absolutely batshit last time, that Elspeth had pretty much covered this base already, will start looking for any information on King Neo.
Alright, and I guess that's where we'll end today's session, and we will start with that information next time.
Elspeth as well will just sit down in the ruins of her workshop and start going through the 3 tomes she recovered from the God King's chamber.
Yep, that sounds good. And we'll be
And
back.
in between, she just gives the gnolls every time she sees them the stinger.